the bar and drink and get in my car and run someone down on the road. I don't give a damn. Gonna drink some vodka now. Maybe I'll run over a cow. Here I go, I'm not employed no more. I'm just kidding. I love Jeff Hardy, but let's be honest. He's, this is a mess. Jeff Hardy's met him in person, a great guy. Met him several times. He's been super nice to me. I love Jeff Hardy, but he has been released by the WWE for reportedly refusing rehab, which is, they probably want him to go to some kind of detox alcohol thing, something like that. Whatever the case is. So yeah. It's time to go to the bar again and hang out with all of my friends. I don't need rehab, I need Jack Daniels. I got behind the wheel again, like the Usos, I'm their friend. We're gonna get a DUI tonight. Surprise, bitch! Surprise, bitch! Yeah, baby. Surprise, bitch. Last night on AEW.
Shut up, you filthy animal.
Surprise, bitch! Surprise, bitch. Jeff Hardy been released by the WWE. Breaking news. Leave it in the comments down below or in the live chat with your reaction. Yeah, it's weird that the Usos or the Uso and the Jeff Hardy were kind of trading blows back and forth about, hey, you get one, I'll get one. You get a DUI, I'll get a DUI. You get a DUI, I'll get a DUI. So they both, kind of traded back and forth with those things. And we got a super chat coming in.
Super chat party.
So Jeff Hardy needs help, though, it seems like.
Oh yeah.
He was literally just on Stone Cold's show and said he only has one more chance. Well, he failed. Damn Jeff. Hardy boys in soon.
Well, see, the weird thing about this, him being on Stone Cold's podcast, the weird thing about it is, Alex Oli, thank you for the donation, man. What's going on? The weird thing about it is the not taking the rehab thing. That's what I don't understand. Like, so if you have one, so is someone lying? I mean, I feel like someone's lying. They say, Jeff Hardy, you've got, you're on thin ice. You've got one more chance. And so, Hardy knows that, which is fine. But, why then does Jeff Hardy go and not take the rehab then? Was he thinking like, hey, you're not making the Uso guy take rehab, so why am I taking rehab? Let me get the better microphone here. There we go. So, I mean, is that what he's thinking? Like, oh, you didn't make the Uso get rehab. Why do I got to get rehab? I don't want rehab. Alex Oli with the $5. Thanks, Alex. Let's spin up, man. Or is it that he's like, hey, screw this. I'm going to use this to get to AEW. And does AEW want him if he's got rehab issues? I mean, isn't Jon Moxley in rehab? That's a little weird. Here's the other question about that. What I don't understand this, right? Like, if he's got Jeff Hardy has a problem, but Moxley in AEW is out on rehab with this sort of same type of issue. But in WWE, they offered him rehab, and he said no. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what that means. Does that mean that, like, well, AEW won't take him because AEW doesn't want this guy, getting in a car accident and taking somebody out on their watch? Or will he go to rehab to come to AEW? And why would he go to rehab with AEW but won't go with WWE? Or is it just a ploy to get out of WWE where he acted terrible on purpose? But he's got a history of this, so, like, probably not. I don't know. These are interesting questions, I feel like. And valid ones, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that is. Tony Khan shouldn't take care of him until he gets help. Well, that's the thing is he probably will, I would think, make him get help. But why didn't you get help with WWE? Or did Matt Hardy reach out and say, hey, listen, you know how WWE Rehab is and how they have their things set up. You know, don't do that. Instead, come over here and get the help from AEW. They're really good at helping people. Moxley's in a really good program right now. Like, I think you should come here and get the assistance here. Or Tony Khan said he'd pay for everything over here. Come over here, be around us, and then go to Rehab here instead of WWE. And so maybe that's why he turned down Rehab with WWE. I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing at this point. What did Alex Oley say again? Alex Oley said something crazy. We got a lot of people chiming in on this, guys. Let me know what you think. I mean, Jeff Hardy's been released. A lot of people thought Willow was going to make an appearance in WWE. Willow! And that don't look like it's going to happen now. Yeah. Oh, it's turkey time. What if the turkeys ate us? What if they filleted us? What if they killed us and ate our children? Oh, man, it's Caveman Austin. What if the turkeys ate us? What if they filleted us? Yo, Dustin is driving. What's up? Ate us, if they had to hate us. Thanksgiving. Hopefully Dustin is isn't driving drunk like Jeff would be. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I love Jeff. I'm gonna make jokes. I don't care. They gobbled us apart, but first they'd eat our nuts, and then they'd eat our butt. The turkeys ate us. What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us? What if they ate our fucking nuts? What if the turkeys ate us instead of mashed potatoes? Instead the turkeys ate us.
By the words of the Celtic warrior, no one likes a junkie.
Oh, no. By the words of the Celtic warrior, no one likes a junkie. By the way, that is the longest donation that I have that's below $70. So you get your money's worth with the $29 from Caveman Austin. Holy crap. All right, I've put a poll up now, and I'm going to open up the phone lines a little bit as well. And the poll's up there, and we're going to see what people think, within a little while here. 22 votes so far and climbing, 33 votes now. Jeff is gone from WWE. Good. This sucks. He need help. And I think I ran out of words. That's why I didn't write needs help. Or I just spelled it wrong. Jeff is going AEW. Yay. Jeff Hardy sucks. Those are the choices I gave you. Right now it's 51%. This sucks. He needs help. So a lot of you guys agree that okay, it sucks he's gone, but he needs to get help. But other people are just excited he's going. It looks like he's going to AEW. Who cares? Who cares if he drives drunk, gets belligerent, gets weird? Who cares about any of that? Who cares he turned down Rehab? Who cares? He's going to AEW, baby. 29% of you saying that, and 55% of you saying, oh, it sucks, he needs help. So we'll see who wins the day there. And only 8% think Jeff Hardy sucks, and Jeff is gone from WWE. Good. I mean, that could be vague, but I know it was one thing that people would say. I voted Jeff Hardy sucks, says Darla. So much for Jeff being in 2K22. Yeah, he might be in 2K22. He'll be stumbling outside the building. No, he'll be driving to the. You know what'll happen? It'll be a storyline in 2K. He'll be driving to the building and he'll crash into somebody. That's what'll happen. And by the way, if people have problems with those jokes, if people have problems with a joke about a guy running people over who's drunk, then people should really have a problem with the actual fact that happens. You know what I mean? That's the dumbest thing to get mad at somebody for making that joke. On Twitter, somebody was saying to me, like, ugh. It's like, really? So you're madder at me for making a joke about it, but not as mad at anybody else who actually literally puts people's lives in danger. So go die, is what I told that person.
Surprise, bitch!
I still can't believe that last night on AEW, Nyla Rose, before attacking somebody, said, surprise, bitch! Surprise, Charlie Murphy!
Surprise, bitch!
Surprise, bitch!
Surprise, bitch!
Jesus. Anyway, Jeff Hardy fired from WWE, released from WWE. Apparently, WWE tried to get him help and get him rehab, and he denied the rehab. So WWE reportedly released Jeff Hardy. He was offered help in rehab, but the assistance was not accepted, according to Sean Cyclops. Hardy's release comes after he was sent home from the road last weekend. He tagged out of a 6-man event on Saturday's WWE Live event in Texas. He appeared more sluggish as the match went on. I mean, Hardy immediately disappeared through the crowd as security followed him. He never returned. He did not appear for the post-match celebration with Drew and Xavier. Hardy missed Sunday's live event in Corpus Christi and was replaced by Rey Mysterio. It was reported that he had been sent home, and that's how that developed. Then they probably offered him rehab, it looks like. He said no, and then they said, okay, release him. And that's basically the timeline that I'm seeing. When you put it all together, that seems to be exactly what went down. And maybe there's something different there that I don't know about, but as far as what I'm seeing, that's exactly what's happening. So, yeah, I mean, probably would have gone to rehab if it was me. But maybe you never know. You know, he was in a bad place. He's worn down. You know, he's at the point now where the Hardys had been back for a while. You know, I know he had some injury stuff, but he is at that point where he's been performing for a long time through the COVID pandemic and stuff like that at his age, you know, with his headspace that he always has issues with. You know, I mean, I've got my issues. I know the deal. You know, you get in a bad headspace, doesn't matter what you're doing. If you could be making millions of dollars. It doesn't matter if your headspace is wrong. And so that's, you know, I think where Jeff is. But my biggest question here is he going to go to AEW and get the rehab in AEW? Or is he going to just sit out for a while? Is he going to, fade away and classify himself as obsolete? Or is he going to go to AEW? I mean, I would think at this point with Matt Hardy, you know, the broken gimmick not really working that well in AEW or anywhere since TNA Impact. Although I love it. I loved his debut with the broken gimmick in AEW. I thought he did a great job, especially the stuff with Jericho. Jericho made it better. And I still think Broken Matt from TNA Impact is one of the best things in the last 10 years still. And I wish we got more of it and it worked out. But the way things are right now, it almost feels like, well, this is a no-brainer. Do the Hardy reunion in AEW. I mean, that's what you're going to do to add to that tag team division. I mean, that's what you're going to do. But I don't think they can do that until they get past the point of like, hey, you know, you got to figure this rehab thing out first. You know, with everything they've been doing with Moxley, why wouldn't they be doing that? And I want to thank WWE for releasing Jeff on the day that I'm home for the first time in a while from work. And I have time to talk about this, you know. I mean, I'm going to go hang some Christmas lights soon, but Crowder in the chat says, seems a lot of WWE wrestlers drink. Well, I mean, like everybody. There's a lot of people that drink. There's a lot of people in America that drink. Go look at the drunk driving accidents. Jeff is all rehab. He had a ton of chances. It's hard to help someone who doesn't want help. Jamie Morgan's right. If you don't want help, man, it's not going to happen. You know, you got to keep offering it and trying it, but if they don't ever want to help themselves, it ain't going to work. Look at Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels didn't get better until Shawn wanted to help himself. I mean, sure, like his wife triggered him and his kids triggered him into it with the feeling of, you know, you're a father and your children are looking at you this way. You know, that's what triggered Shawn Michaels, and that's what keeps me from doing all kinds of wacky stuff that I might do myself. You know, is I think I got 3 kids. I'm not going to do that. You know, what up, Dustin is driving. Dustin, man, he ain't driving drunk like Jeff. We all need a drink after Monday nights. That's true. I feel bad for his wife and kids. You know what I mean? I feel like Rebby Hardy has even called him out. And then remember Jeff Hardy's wife got in a fight with Rebby? And, you know, like Matt and Jeff had to deal with that. I don't even know if they're friends anymore. Remember they had that big beef on Twitter, like insane beef? Because Reby Hardy don't hide nothing. She doesn't play the behind the back game. She comes out and says things. And she's like, yo, you're going to kill somebody. And then fucking Jeff Hardy's wife, rather, Beth, was like, hey, fuck you. And then they were like, yo, fuck you. And they were like, fuck each other. And so that's sad, man. That sucks that that's going on, that there's this fight between these people that I think are all good people. Like, for the most part. I mean, I've met Jeff Hardy. He's such a nice guy. But I like Jeff Hardy so much, dude, that I don't want this guy to fall over and crack his head open drunk or destroy his liver or get in a car and kill somebody, you know what I mean, or kill himself or whatever. Like, you like him so much just because we care that you say these things about him and you get in his face. Like, I keep it real. Love Jeff Hardy, man. I'd mark out if he was knocking on my door right now. We'd hang out. But it would be like, man, I really don't want you to die, bro. I really don't want you to hurt somebody either. You know, that'd be awful. Let's not do that. You know, and his wife is protecting him, but probably enables him, but also protects him. So it's like he's got that protection there with his wife. You know, Reby Hardy would beat the shit out of him if she was married to him. Like, she'd beat the shit out of him. This is why, like, Leah a lot of time works as my wife, because if I'm not doing something right or if I, you know, whatever the fuck, my wife calls me out on it like crazy. It's not even a little thing. Like, she'll be like, you're a fucking idiot, you know? And I feel like I need that. Because if I had someone that was like an enabler and enabled my ego or enabled me, like, I would just run fucking rampant with bullshit all over the place. I would be an untamed idiot. So, like, I'm glad my wife is, like, doesn't give a shit. I could become, like, the most famous thing ever. My wife wouldn't give a shit. I could fucking sell and be, you know, I could become a millionaire at a sales job. My wife wouldn't give much of a shit. I mean, she would be happy with the life and everything, but she wouldn't treat me like, oh, I better be careful because my husband's awesome. Like, she wouldn't give a shit. Like, she would, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what Reby, I feel like, is like. She don't give a shit, you know? So I don't know, man. I think, and, you know, with Jeff, he's just allowed to malaise along, you know, doing whatever. And, you know, I think his girl's more quiet and reserved and is like, okay, honey, but you know what you're doing. Like, what do you do? Like, she's very like that, I feel like. But I don't know. I don't know shit about their life. I don't know. She could be beating his ass every night. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, I don't know. I'm sure she's yelled at him and stuff and been like, what are you doing? You know, I'm sure that has happened. And I'm sure she feels like lost and hopeless or like she can't really figure it out or doesn't know how to help him. You know? That could be what's going on. I don't know. This guy's got to get help, bro. Or he's got to take a break. Or he's got to know when to take a break so that he feels better. You know, whatever it is. I don't know what it is.
Looks like my little lass needs a shaving.
Oh, Colonel Sutters. Oh, this got blanked out. He says, Joe Popo, it's pretty simple. I want to drill Nyla in the bum. Number 2, someone's looking out for you and they refuse to help out of stubbornness. Good on WWE for letting him go. I'm sick of people who think they know what's best for themselves. Well, I mean, people should kind of know what's good for themselves, but yeah, I'm sick of people like, I mean, why would you deny Rehab? The only thing I can think, again, giving Jeff Hardy the benefit of the doubt is the only thing I can think is, and thank you for the donation, Colonel Santos, buenos tardes. The only thing that I can think is that Jeff Hardy maybe was offered rehab with AEW, and Matt Hardy said, listen, Jeff, we've got awesome rehab over here with Tony. Just get out of there. Let them let you go, whatever they're going to do, and we'll get your rehab over here. And Jeff was like, all right, man, I'll do that. I'll get rehab with Tony. Tony Khan, give me rehab.
Surprise, bitch!
Surprise, you bitch. Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, bitch!
Trying to keep it PG in case any parents are listening with their kids. Sorry about the F-bomb. But I know that a lot of people have kids now and are older and things like that. And, you know, normally I'm uncensored, but I'll be a little careful. I know that people could be picking up kids from school today or whatever, but most likely you're on your lunch break right now. My kids are in school, and I'll be putting up some Christmas lights in a little bit. That'll be fun. Let me go to the donations and see what's up, man. Thank you to Alex Oli, Caveman Austin, and Colonel Santos so far for supporting this stream, man, and saying your shit.
For the first time in history,
I'm gonna get him, John. It's Seth Rollins.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
thanks for the live stream this afternoon.
Yo!
JCS Army. I'm gonna kill you, John.
I'm gonna kill him, John. I'm gonna kill you, John. How do you guys like my raincoat, you bunch of pricks? God damn it. I gotta tell you something. I know I've said it before, but Roman Reigns is the best right now. Roman Reigns is one of the best straight, like, bad guys going, right? But Seth Rollins is the best cartoon bad guy in a long time. Seth Rollins, cartoon bad guy, bro. He is so hilarious, like, in my opinion. Like, you don't know what you're talking about, you moron. Like, he just is weird, over-the-top, cartoonish type character guy is too funny. Furry Balls plopped menacingly on the table is in the chat, and I just got to say, man, shout out to him for still having the membership. Look at the membership. Lighten them up green. Man, Furry Balls, you have unlocked every badge that can make your pecs hard. Let me tell you that. For the people that don't have the dough to drop a dono, Jeffrey Dye, or just don't want to, whatever. Jeffrey Dye, the Hardys reunited with AEW. Yeah, one more match before retirement. That could be what happens, Jeffrey. Abdul says Nyla Rose is a. Oh, that's. I don't know why I'm not gonna say that, but I feel like that's we'll be careful there. The Man Beast.
Surprise, bitch!
Oh. Surprise, bitch. Gotta suck for Matt to sit there and watch his brother struggle like this. Yeah, I mean, I think part of Matt is trying to really, defend his brother online. So I think a lot of people see a skewed version of Matt where Matt is like, I don't know what to do. I think even Matt is a little bit like, I don't know what to do, I feel like Matt, as Jeff's brother, doesn't know what to do. And I feel like Beth, as Jeff's wife, doesn't know what to do. But I feel like Reby Hardy knows what to do. And that's to beat the shit out of him. I feel, I think Reby Hardy might be the only one. But we don't know, man. Jeff might actually be very much supporting, everything, trying to help Jeff very much. But just online, Matt is, defending his brother to people who are saying crazy shit, which, but, I don't know. I mean, like, what are you going to expect, with what's going on in the public seeing whatever. So listen, it's like everybody knows Jeff Hardy's a really pretty good guy, like a pretty good, seemingly awesome guy. The only thing that's wrong with him is, that he puts himself and others in danger through alcohol, and has this problem. He's got to go to rehab because he's got to find out. Jeff Hardy has to find out what's making him like this. What's making him need to do this? What's making him need to drink? What's making him need to do drugs? What is missing in his life? What is the thing that's bothering him? That's what he needs to find out. He needs to find that. Until he finds that out or is told that, this is never really going to be solved. It's just going to be a back and forth of, okay, I'm feeling a little bit better now. I'm going to take a break from alcohol and stuff and chill out for a little bit. And that can last 10 days, 20 days, 50 days, 100 days. And then you're back at it because you've never solved the problem. So something is going on that we don't know about. Abdul says, Joe, Matt looks very weird on Twitter. He really praises his family and Jeff every week, saying how perfect they are. Yeah, and I think there's a real issue with denial, maybe. And I love Matt Hardy, too. I really do love Matt Hardy. But you guys know this, and I'm sure Matt Hardy, who cares what I say or whatever. But something is up. And I don't know what that is. Let's go to Matt Hardy. I don't know if this is in regards to Jeff Hardy. I don't know. Let's listen to this and let's determine this here.
And it is very prevalent in many, many people's lives. One of the most annoying and frustrating things about social media to me is that when someone posts something and because their opinion or their belief is different from someone else's, that other person jumps on them and criticizes them, tells them they're wrong, that they shouldn't believe that or they shouldn't have that opinion.
Now, he's right here. He's very right. But the problem is AEW and Tony Khan and others, and I think maybe even him, have gone after people or like really tweeted out about how bad other people are for whatever reason or whatever. So it's weird that he says this because everyone around him does this. You know what I mean? However, I agree with Matt Hardy's words here. I agree 100% with what he's saying. It's like I like that Twitter can have disagreements, but the attacks on people are just wild. But then what people determine are attacks are goofy. Like Jade Cargill is saying that black women aren't treated right. That's why she's not getting whatever. And it's like, why did you make it about race? I don't understand that. I don't understand, like, black women are at the forefront now more than ever, and I don't understand what the bringing up the race is now. I don't understand that. So it's like, it just makes me not like women's wrestling and not like Jade, you know?
And that is wrong. It is not incorrect for people to have varying opinions. That's what makes all human beings unique. That's what makes human beings different. And actually, varying opinions is usually how we form the best opinion in the big scheme of things.
He's right.
You want to know what I believe? I believe in reality, first and foremost. I believe in truth. I believe in fact. And I believe that every human being is equal. I believe that every human being should be treated fairly, regardless of what their gender is, or what their race is, or what religion they believe in, or what their...
Man, he'd be in trouble with the SJWs because they would tell him the fact he thinks everybody is equal is how racist he is. That's what the left, the crazy people would say. But no, I agree with him. I understand what he's saying. So I agree with him here. Now, I don't know if he's talking about Matt or just people fighting on Twitter in generally.
Sexual preferences, that doesn't make a difference. Human beings are fucking human beings and should all be treated equally and fairly. But what shouldn't happen is people shouldn't jump on other people because they have a varying or different opinion. That is wrong. That is incorrect. Let other people live their lives, especially on social media, especially here on Twitter where this is being posted.
I mean, he's right. But yeah, Twitter is a mess. Twitter is a fucking mess, bro. And I like what Matt Hardy is saying there. He's right. Problem is, people in his own company do this. They bully people online. They cyberbully the shit out of people, just for whatever. Because they felt they were bullied, so then they cyberbully people. Like, if they don't like your opinion, then they cyberbully you. Or whatever. I mean, cyberbully is lame. I mean, it's important to remind people that words from a stranger are only as real as you allow them to be. Don't succumb to cyberbullying. Allow yourself to absorb the negative nonsense and hatred. Delete Twitter if you must. Your health comes first. I mean, that's a great point. Now let's look at the post where Matt Hardy talks about Jeff Hardy. This is what we were talking about earlier. And I mean, people are just vicious, obviously, sometimes online. My brother Jeff Hardy is the best heart and soul of any human being I've ever met. Well, almost. I mean, he does put people's lives at risk in a car sometimes, but I do love Jeff Hardy, and I do think Jeff Hardy is a sweetheart of a person, usually. You know what I mean? Other than his drug issues, but that's his own thing. But it's endangering other people that I don't like. That's my little thing on Jeff, is endangering other people. But he's awesome. He's such a sweet person in real life. The guy would crumble if he ever hurt anybody. Like, he would. He would crumble. If he ever hurt anybody, he would be destroyed inside, Or hurt himself. I mean, I would like to think he would be upset about that for his family. My wife, Rebby Hardy, is the most brutally straightforward human being that I've ever met, and I love her for that. Maybe this is him trying to get between Rebby Hardy criticizing him. I don't know. My kids and whatever. I mean, yes, I love the Hardy family. They're all great. Like, they're much better than many other families. Like, but I like Matt Hardy's message, and I hope Jeff Hardy's okay, and hopefully he gets that rehab, and we figure this out so he can come to AEW. Maybe the Hardy Boys can reunite in AEW. But Jeff Hardy did turn down rehab from WWE. So I don't know. I guess I don't know what that means. Does he not want rehab in WWE, or does he not want any rehab in general? That's what we're trying to figure out here. That's what we're trying to solve. Let me see what this is. Let's break down this other one, I guess. This is another tweet by Matt Hardy. This is just a couple days ago. Let me see what they said. People like this are detrimental to Twitter. This person idiotically stated that if I get hurt in the ring, I'd tell that doctor I'll do the surgery myself. What? That I Google research. What? This happens too often. People by uncountable idiots on Twitter. Let's see what he's talking about. When you get hurt in the ring and need surgery, say you'll do it yourself because you know what's best. No, you don't. You're not a doctor and you have no idea what to do in situations that require medical expertise. Googling whatever agrees with you is not research or critical thinking. I don't think this is I think Matt Hardy's right here. I don't think this is not comparable. It's not a comparable situation. You know what I mean? I guess I don't understand it. And this is after Matt Hardy basically was trying to say, hey, man, make your own decisions about the vaccine. Do what you think, look up your research, talk to your doctor, and see what happens. And then this person's like, you wouldn't just do your own surgery. Do your own surgery, you idiot. Oh, so I know what's going on. He's being attacked by the left-wing people. That's what's happening. I see what's going on now. Wow. I see what's up. I don't even know why. But see, what's weird is Matt Hardy earlier was like, don't bother getting involved with idiots on Twitter. But he's in a full-blown fight with this person. It's like, but I don't know why he's even giving them the time of day. They're fucking idiots. You know what I mean? Matt Hardy's like, hey, man, do your own research, talk to your doctor, and figure out what's best for you, and you make the decision. Yeah, but this person just wants you to do whatever you want. Like, kind of like all the children with myocarditis or whatever the fuck it is, and their hearts are fucking imploding on themselves from the fucking thing that they don't need to get because they're not at risk of dying. Makes no sense. Dude, I'm not even getting the second stab. I got one. I don't need the other ones. I'm in good shape. I get the second one, I might have a heart issue. Fuck that. I got one. That's all I need. Or whatever. Maybe not, though. You never know. It could go either way. It could have ended up being that I needed 3 to save my life. Maybe I die of COVID, and I needed 3. Or maybe I have a permanent heart problem for the rest of my life because I got 2. And I wouldn't have died ever of COVID. It's a gamble. Nobody really knows. That's the answer, is you don't really know. It's a gamble either way. It just factually is a gamble either way. The stats tell you it's a gamble either way. Now if you're 70, I'd probably get it. I'd probably get 3 of them because I'd be like, hey, listen, if I get a little fucking heart palpitations and things like that, whatever. But if I get this thing, I probably would die, So, all right, I'll get it. But if you're like fucking 15, I'm not going to risk my heart having problems for no reason. Almost no reason. I'm not a doctor, so I tell people, you go to the doctor and you ask your doctor. You say, here are the stats. Why do I need it? Why do you think I need it? And the doctor says, well, I've got 5 people right now who are your age and they're having problems. But then there's about 50 other people with no problems. Well, no.
Shit bomb.
You got to come up with your own ideas.
Got home from class. Got another later. Took J&J. Not taking a booster. Doesn't make sense for my kids to get the jab.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, Gerald. I don't think it makes sense. I'm not an anti-person. I'm not an anti-vax person either. I'm just doesn't make sense. Like that I did like you look at the numbers. Like it doesn't make sense. Thank you, Gerald. What's up, bro? Especially for boys. Do you know in other countries they're banning it? In other countries they've banned it from children. In other countries they've only allowed 1. You can get 1 shot if you're a boy. They've said recommend only 1. And then because that's the facts. So why in Hong Kong and in Sweden and Switzerland and places like that, in Norway, they say, nope, we're not doing this. They don't even have the Pfizer thing anymore. It's like, but in America, we just ignore the stats and we go, you need to get it. Like, it's like, what is going on? So I see the argument that Matt Hardy's having with these people online. I get it. But if you're, if you're drinking, getting loaded, I don't know why you don't even. I mean, I don't know. So is vaccines and getting rehab being politically correct now? I don't know. Apparently, but this is what Matt Hardy's been in fights with people on Twitter about all day or all week or something or other. I don't know. Yeah, he just gave his opinion, it looks like. I get it. I kind of agree with him, but I definitely don't agree with it. And I don't think that – and by the way, he gave his opinion and somebody criticized it, but I don't think that either one – I think both of them are name-calling each other, and neither one really needs to do that. I think the two of them, the fan or whoever, the troll, I don't know, and Matt Hardy, I think they're both getting overly angry and defensive about it. The bottom line is, hey, you do you. I'm just telling you I'm doing me and whatever you want to do, I don't know. They're fighting over it, you know what I mean? Yeah. What up, Shane? Yeah, Jeff Hardy has been released. If you're just getting here, we've been talking about this for the last 45 minutes or so. Jeff Hardy has been released. He denied rehab. WWE offered him rehab. He denied it. And that's when Jeff Hardy was let go. They said, okay, no rehab. Well, you're released now. Jeff Hardy left an event recently in the middle of a match. He just took off into the crowd. He never returned to the match. And then the next day, he didn't appear. Then he was sent home. And then WWE said, we're going to offer you rehab. And then he denied the rehab and was released. Now, it is possible he was released and then offered rehab. That is possible, too. That they said, hey, we had to release you. Now we are offering you this rehab program. And then he said no. And I'm sure that, John Moxley's in rehab in AEW for alcohol, for drinking. And so maybe Matt Hardy and AEW has reached out and said, listen, we've got a program. Come over here with us. Maybe that's going on. I don't know. I'm just speculating on these things, right? So maybe he's been offered over there in AEW. I would think that Jeff Hardy would take a little bit of time with the rehab stuff. I would think Tony Khan and AEW would actually potentially it would be a requirement that for him to come to AEW, he needs to go through some kind of rehab. It may be a requirement. I don't know that. I would think it would be, but you never know. But now, because people are going to ask that question to Tony Khan and other people, So, you got to be crazy. D. Welsh has told me that the Pat McAfee show and FanDuel have agreed to terms on a new deal ensuring that FanDuel continues to be the exclusive sports book of the show. It's a 4-year massive deal. Wow. $30 million. I always wanted to be basically what Pat McAfee is doing with his show is always what I wanted to do with my show. It never ended up materializing because I got too into my own small audience and entertaining only my bubble of you guys instead of expanding and getting a little more professional and things like that. So I always wanted to do that, man. But Pat McAfee is killing it. He's a little bit more professional and he's well known. He's got a great show. $30 million, man. His show is fire. He's ready to go. That's awesome for him to have FanDuel. Someday I need to get my sponsorships back so I can get back to doing shows. But instead, whatever. I'm off. You just depressed me, D. Welsh. Thank you for depressing me. But no, good for Pat McAfee, man. I like him. Sith Negan says, what if Jeff Hardy is just fine? Yeah, I said this earlier to start the show. I said, it could be just a thing. Like, yeah, get yourself fired, get the hell out of there, just whatever. I mean, it could be what happened. Absolutely. He could just be like, I want out of here. Let me get out of here. It's possible. Because remember, we were like, oh, he's never getting out with the contract that they did with him. Remember this? We all talked about it. We said, oh, he's never going to get out of WWE with the contract he has. There goes that Hardy Boys reunion thing. He signed not that long ago, right? So we were supposed to have another 2 years of Jeff Hardy. He was never going to get to AEW. So now, I think it's a year and a half left, maybe. So now, he's gone, done. What's his no-compete clause? I don't know. Does he have one? Probably. Probably 30 to 90 days. Or maybe he doesn't have one. What if he shows up at Winter is Coming with a Molson Ice? No, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, but I mean, I would think that if it's real and he really is having trouble, it's not going to look good for Tony Khan in some aspects. But then again, I don't think Tony Khan and them care too much. They pretend like they do. They'll definitely throw you under the bus if they have to for the woke crowd sometimes. But there's other times where they seemingly tell the woke crowd to fuck off. It really depends on how important the person is to them. Similar to WWE. WWE doesn't want to do something, they don't do it. If WWE sees that they can win some points with people and sacrifice somebody, they will. They don't care. I would think that Jeff Hardy would damn near get away with anything in AEW, so not really sure. $30 million for Pat McAfee, FanDuel contract.
Shit bum.
Whoa. Look at how he looks. Surprise, bitch.
Surprise, bitch!
Yeah, look, I mean, we really got a good laugh at Tony Schiavone last night. If you guys missed my review last night, thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum, by the way. When Trent came back or whatever, just Tony Schiavone, he was look how he looks, what he looks like. It was just so weird, man. It was one of the weirder calls. And I don't even know if I timestamped it, but it was just so funny, man. I don't know if anybody timestamped it. Let's see.
Give the assist to Mom.
Oh, here it is, right here. Watch this.
How long has it been since we've seen him? And look at his look, how he looks.
Look at his look, how he looks. What a call by Tony Schiavone. Look at his look, how he looks. I don't believe it. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at how he looks. We haven't seen Trent in a long time, and look at him. He's shredded. He didn't look like he looked now like he looked before he looked.
How long has it been since we've seen him? And look at his look, how he looks.
Look at his look. Dude, look at his look, how he looks. And look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he looks. That's the funniest line ever, bro. Look at his look, how he looks.
And he's a crook. Look at his look, you're getting shook. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he looks. You're getting shook.
Look at his look, how he looks.
Go, bro. Make that the song, brother.
That if?
Look at his look, how he looks. Looking for Chuck, looking for Cook, looking.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
With the fucking goddamn pan. I can't believe I bought a bazooka to shoot you.
Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, he looks like a crook. Look at him, look like he look. Look at his look, that he looks. Look what he looks like a crook. I'm coming for you, crook in the nook. I'm coming for you, I look like a crook. Look at this look, look at his look, how he looks. Look at the looks, look of a crook. Look of a shook, yeah he's shook. Looking for Chuck, looking for Cook. Looking for broke, looking for broke. You're gonna choke, looking.
I mean, that's his new theme right there. You know, write some better words, get that going. That's the new fucking theme to Trent Beretta. Trent Beretta. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. The coffee's really kicking in now. Oh, I'm ready
boy.
to go, dude. Look at his look, how he looks. Dude, look at his look, how he looks.
Beretta!
My God, he's here!
He's back home here on Long Island.
Here we go!
How long has it been since we've seen him?
And look at his look, how he looks.
And look at his look, how he looks.
Look at his look,
Looks
how
like
he looks.
my little lass needs a shaving.
Yo, Colonel Santos is coming in with another donation. Colonel Santos says, you know what's funny, Joe? How the hillbilly, oh God, Rey Mysterio has been released, yet I hope he jumps off a cliff. Oh God, his daughter's crusty. What the hell? Don't mess with AJ Adams, Busty. Busty? I haven't seen Busty in like 2 years. Are you talking about Busty, the drunken big bitch who used to call the show? I think she's dead, bro. I haven't seen her in forever. Thank you, Colonel Santos.
Look at his look, how he look, how he look, how he shook, how you shook, how you look. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he looks, you looking shook. Look at his look, how he looks, you looking shook. Look at his look, how he looks, you looking shook. Yo, look at his look, how he look, you looking shook. You better get ready to get stuck. Yeah, look at his look, how he looks.
Look at his look, how he looks.
How he looks. Look at his look, 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 you get shook. Look at his look, you getting shook. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, he looks like a crook. Look at his look, you getting kind of shook. Look at his look, how he looks.
What the fuck, dude? This is the greatest Tony Schiavone call ever. We haven't seen Trent in a long time, and look at his look, how he looks. And then fucking Nyla Rose.
Surprise, bitch!
Surprise, bitch!
Surprise, bitch!
But anyway, the Jeff Hardy news is amazing today. Leave a like down below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you guys are new, hit the sub button. I've got tons of wrestling news all the time. We're always talking about it here. And, of course, make sure to support me on Patreon if you can. You know, keep my show somewhat going. You know, come on. Got to get back to 300 patrons. Probably won't have it happen again. I'll be homeless tomorrow. But Jeff Hardy, I'm not putting anything really much out on there. I need to get a big show going on Patreon this week. See if I can do it tonight or tomorrow. Jeff Hardy leaves a live event in the middle of a match, runs through the crowd, leaves. Maybe he had to take a poop, I thought, but something else. Leaves in the middle of a match. The next day, doesn't show up to the next live event. Rey Mysterio fills in, and then we don't know in what order, but basically was offered rehab, and then WWE also fired him. So we believe it was he was offered rehab, denied the rehab, and then got fired. That's what we think. It is possible he was fired and then also given rehab. Because I swear they've fired people before and also been like, we're offering you rehab, though. So yeah, you're fired, but here's free rehab. So it could be either one. Apparently Busty dropped 4 N-bombs. Oh. Yikes. Yeah, she's always been kind of suspect. I haven't seen Busty in forever. I mean, I don't think she even watches anymore. She doesn't watch me. I never see her at all. I don't think she's a patron. I don't think she donates. I don't think she calls. I don't think she talks. I don't know anything about her, bro. You made that song fast. I didn't make it. That's just from last night. That's the song from last night that I freestyled. I need to go make it. And like, look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he looks. You getting shook, look like a crook. Look at his look, how he looks. Like, it's fucking writes itself. It's beautiful. Daniel Bryan fighting nobodies is great, says Almighty One. Let's see what else. Clam Baked, what's up? Tony's the best. Even if he messes up, he's the best commentator. I like Tony Schiavone. You know, it's just that he's not always been my favorite, but I definitely love him and respect him as like a mainstay. He's a main commentator, man. He's a legend to me. You know, I mean, Jim Ross is still my guy, really. Never been a big Tony Schiavone fan, but he's good. You know, he's definitely he's not that. I mean, Jim Ross and Tony are both a step back. They feel like a little bit old-timers. They're not quite in that moment. But Tony and Jim Ross still have those flashes of epic calls that go on. But they've got a little bit of trepidation in them, too, because it's been so long, I feel like. For whatever that means, I don't know why, but that's what I hear from them. It's very, very sad to see him trying to win the 24/7 title, says Pleasant Survival. Crazy Horse, what's up, man? Polio vax took decades to produce. That's true. But that was at a time where we took a long time to produce anything. You know what I mean? Like, think about how hard it must have been to figure out that polio vaccine. And then when they got it out, a million people died or something like that. Or not a million people, but a lot of people died because they fucked up the vaccine manufacturing. But that was an error in the manufacturing. I don't think it's drug-related. I think CM Punk, Jeff has a ton of injuries and is being overworked. Jeff Hardy was beaten up. I mean, they beat the shit out of him in WWE. I mean, recently. Rehab is for quitters. Jesus. Let's take a look at the poll and see how the poll's been doing. When I last looked at the poll, it had 40 votes. Now it has 400 votes almost. So let's go take a look at the poll. Jeff Hardy released by WWE, the breaking news today. Over 4,000 people have come into this stream so far to see the news and hear about the news. Jeff is gone from WWE. 54% of you say this sucks, he needs help. 26% of you say Jeff is going to AEW. Yay! 13% just say good. And 7% say Jeff Hardy sucks, which is just... that's just a... Well, those are the people that Matt Hardy would respond to on Twitter. Instead of the nice people who say he's awesome. Look at his look. How he looks. Look at his look, how he looks.
Surprise, bitch!
Look at his look, how he looks. Should I open the phone lines? Let's see if we can open the phone lines. 339-226-6610. You might know the number. Maybe you don't. Jeff Hardy released by WWE. 339-226-6610. We are now actively open on the phone lines. Feel free to give a call. Let's hear some more of this real quick. Let's go to the phone calls in a second. We're talking about Jeff Hardy right now.
I can see you writing on the wall. They fired me because I'm way too drunk. My time is up, I've got to go. I've got to hit the bar tonight. I'm gonna drive home drunk and someone might die. I grab a beer, I'm feeling good. Getting drunk and I'm in the hood. I might just stand myself and someone tonight.
Good Lord. 704, what's up?
Hey, how you been?
What's going on, brother?
Not much. You're live right now talking about Jeff Hardy.
Oh, you got it, man. What do you think?
It's sad, to be honest with you. I mean, I know that Jeff has had problems with alcohol and drugs in the past. You know, that's how he got released in 2003. Way back then.
Mm-hmm. You like painted Jeff Hardy face or Jeff Hardy with no paint?
I could go either way.
Yeah, I bet you could. But no. So you think he's gonna go to AEW?
Maybe.
Do you want to see him go to? You want to see him go to Rehab first, or do you want to see him go to AEW and just fuck?
I
Rehab?
think it's better for him to go to Rehab first.
Right. Okay. Pretty much agree. Thanks for the call, man. Good call. Listening to the show in the background a little too much, but I get it. I love him. Good call. Go to Rehab first. Jameson Hardy. That's funny because I got a bottle of Jameson right here. It's not funny, right? It's not funny. That's what they say. Yeah, if it's not funny, why don't you do something about it? You know what I mean? That's what I tell people that are related to him, you know? I grew up with an alcohol. Well, I didn't grow up with, but, you know, between the ages of 9 and 15, I lived with an alcoholic psycho. So I get it. And the guy wasn't nice. Like, Jeff Hardy's a nice guy who's an alcoholic, right? But, I mean, I live with a guy who's a piece of shit to you, you know? Where Jeff Hardy's a sweetheart who, like, has problems, you know? The guy that I lived with was abusive, you know? So, I'd rather have lived with Jeff Hardy. He probably would have been a cool drunken dad, you know? But hopefully he's okay and it's just fatigue and this was a, you know, like a, I don't know, maybe this was an operation. Like, get yourself fired. Just act like shit and make it seem like you have problems. Make it seem like you're, but I feel like they wouldn't want that. I feel like the Hardys and AEW and stuff and whoever, Matt Hardy and them, they'd be like, yeah, don't make people think you're drunk and on drugs. You know, that's not good. So I feel like that's not what it is, because you would really want to make people think that, you know, instead of just maybe don't show up. I mean, you could not show up, and but maybe they had to go that route in order to really convince WWE to get fired. You know, I don't know. But based on his history, I mean, you know, it's fully boy who cried wolf. You can't really believe that. And he's no one's asking you to, other than certain fans with theories, you know? Please post my Cop Cock song from Monetize This, 327. Wow, I totally forgot all about that. I thought I did post that. Wow, I really didn't? Holy shit, Seth. I better copy down what you just said or I'll completely forget that. Let me just copy that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember my cock. Yeah, I remember that. Wow, that's going back, man. Didn't he say he's in a good place now on Austin's podcast? Yeah, he did say it. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on. He was on Austin's podcast. He said things are going good. He was like, he seemed pretty optimistic. He's a good sales guy, I guess. Everything's going good, man. Me and my brother are just here to take it down. I don't know. He sounded fine. Maybe he's not fine. 702, I hung up on you. My bad. 901, what's up? Hey, man, what's up? Holy shit, how you been?
Good.
This is Michael?
Chris.
Oh, Chris, what's up, bro?
And I want to
Jeff? Yeah, man, I don't understand it. I just don't.
What happened to
Oh, what happened to him? Are you asking me what happened to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's what happened. Like, a lot of people are just getting in here. I've been talking about it for the last hour and a half. But basically, what happened is Jeff left a live event in the middle of a match. He just took off into the crowd. And then the next day, he didn't show up to an event. And then Rey Mysterio filled in for him. And then WWE sent Jeff Hardy home. And then WWE offered him rehab. He denied the rehab. And then they released him. That's what's happened.
Yeah. I wanted to
Yeah, I don't know. Jim Ross is in cancer treatment. So it looks like Jim Ross has about another week and a half to go of intense like radiation to all these areas, because it's not just one area, it's multiple skin areas that they have to treat and then monitor, and then he's going to take medication. And so because it's so intense and in-depth of what they got to do, they just decided to take 2 to 4 weeks off. Jim Ross actually plans to be back. He might be back next week or the week after. So he does plan to be back soon. But it's a skin cancer, man, and it's popping up all over his body. And thank you for the call, Chris. I love you, brother. You good, man? Have a good day, dude.
I'm good.
All right, Chris. Good to hear from you, man. You sound like Jeff Hardy drives. No, I'm just kidding. Chris, good to hear from you, man. Yeah, that's not Mikkel, everybody. Listen, we have a lot of people that listen to the show, or that listen to me, that have cerebral palsy. So there's a lot of people like that. So it's a very similar sounding thing. Because what happens is your brain is firing off all over the place, all over the thing, and you have to kind of like fight through all the noise to be able to move the right way or to do the thing you want to do or to get out the words you want to say. Because neurologically, there's so much chaos going on in there. And that's the problem, you know, when you have cerebral palsy. It's very hard to speak and to control all the nerves because you're constantly being interrupted with all this chaos of other nerve signals being sent, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is. So it's a crazy situation. So shout out to Chris for being able to speak and get those words out that I could understand what he was saying. It's very, very hard to do for people who have that condition. And so, Yeah, congrats, man. I was actually able to hear most of what you said, dude. That's very hard to do. I know that. I appreciate you bearing with me, and I tried my best, and you sounded great. And I know some people have it more hard than you do. I'm sure you can get hard though. Imagine that you're just getting now you're really getting uncontrolled directions. You know, you can't. 203. What's up? We're coming to Connecticut. What's up?
Yeah, it's me, Ken here. I was just wondering, with Jeff Hardy being gone, him actually being released, right?
Yeah, he's gone. Yep.
So what this means is that, from a storyline perspective, I know the guy is probably he's hurt probably right now, but I'm just wondering from a creative perspective on SmackDown. I thought he was going to be the guy to challenge Roman next, but with him gone, it's like the SmackDown roster is like it's getting thin with like guys to like baby faces, actually good baby faces that we want to like go against Roman. Like it's getting thin now, so like.
Yeah, well, see, I see Jeff Hardy as the mid-card, like, fill-in guy. Like, think about this, right? Like, they need people like The Rock to go up against Roman. Like, WWE would love if Jericho wasn't in AEW, because Jericho could go up against Roman. They need big superstar people like Brock Lesnar and guys like that who can Edge, who can go after Roman. That way they have a big, believable program. But guys like Jeff Hardy, WWE sees them as the on TV fill-in until they can get to the guy who's only part-time who shows up for the pay-per-view. So I think Jeff Hardy was a plug-in for that.
Oh, okay, my fault. I thought it would be like a thing where like it's a program for like a Royal Rumble. Oh, it's a program that's like you could do that program, but it would be something minor. It won't be like
no, you're right. No, you're right. Like I think like Jeff Hardy would face Roman on a pay-per-view if they didn't, in the wake of or waiting to build to that bigger thing. And yeah, Jeff Hardy could definitely face him on a SmackDown for those situations, but I don't think Jeff would ever really be somebody who would be that guy that has 3 matches or 3 pay-per-views feud with him or could win the belt and be the face that, but the only person I could see beating Roman for the belt for a second could be The Rock. He's the only one, I think, The Rock, that would beat Roman.
So who do you give it back to by that? Like, if it's going to be The Rock, who's that new star that
Roman
take it?
Roman takes it back. That's all.
Oh damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it would be Rock, but that's why they won't do it because Rock doesn't have time to do 3 matches, so they're not going to do that. Instead, it's just kind of like okay, Roman beats Cena, Roman beats Goldberg, Roman beats Brock, Roman beats The Rock, and the reason why you're doing that with all those stars is because you have no babyface. You have no equal playing field right now. There is no one big enough to take on Roman, so you leave Roman the champion as long as you can until the crowd in the WWE Universe decides to pick somebody and somebody becomes over as a face. See, if the WWE had a guy who was over like somebody in AEW is, this would be perfect.
Like a Jungle Boy?
Yeah, like anybody, right? Like a Darby, a Jungle Boy, Chris Jericho, MJF, CM Punk, whatever. If they had
Cole.
if Adam Cole, if they had somebody like that who got over with the WWE crowd like they are in AEW, now you have the new guy who's going to take up the mantle. But until then, WWE can't do that because every time they put the belt on one of these like Kofi Kingston or somebody like that, not even Kofi, because at least Kofi, there's a reason Kofi won the belt. But I mean like somebody else, like if Jeff won it or Goldberg or somebody won it, it would be over after a couple of weeks. People would get bored with it. So there until there's a mega star or someone who's just the crowd is fully behind, raging that they want them to win, that's when WWE will pull the trigger of, okay, that person wins Royal Rumble. That person goes on to face Roman and beats him at WrestleMania finally. And that's how you put over the new guy who's a face. But they don't have that. So until that, they just need to keep rolling out the biggest name possible to somewhat be believable and big enough to face Roman, to keep Roman's, status. Because if they start wheeling out like, oh, Roman's going to face Kofi or Roman's going to face, whoever, mid-card guy, Cesaro. He's going to face Cesaro. That just keeps dragging Roman down. He needs to be seen with bigger names, and they don't have that.
Okay. One more thing before I leave.
Yeah.
I just want to know, what was I going to say? If he's going to hold the belt for that long, do you think a guy like Matthew Riddle is a guy, like, if he gets more over with the crowd after the whole order,
Yes.
do you think he could be a guy that could
Riddle
be capable
is
of beating?
right. See, Riddle right now they need to focus on him being a top mid-card guy. And I still think he's not even that. He's sort of he is a mid-card player, no doubt, but he's not at that level yet. But yes, you're right. He's one of the guys that you keep your eye on, that if he could just get a little more popular and people got really behind him, he's at that level of the first step of the mid-card, right? He's in that mid-card level where he's pretty accepted. You know, he's pretty well over, but he's still in that. To me, if it was 1994, Matt Riddle is a guy who'd be an Intercontinental Champion or competing for the Intercontinental Championship. So that's good, but he's got to get to that next step to be believable to face a guy like Roman at this point, because otherwise, Roman right now I believe Roman's operating at like an 8 out of 10 or a 7.8 out of 10, and I think Matt Riddle's operating at like a 6.5, and I think Matt needs to hit a 7 or an 8 or 9, to really be that believable guy. There's the answer. Appreciate that, man. Great call. That was a really good call from that guy. Let's see what else we got. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Will had Demon.
Super chat party.
Oh, my God. This is one of the first ever donators ever.
Oh, yeah?
We cannot forget Gregory Iron also has CP.
Gregory Iron, man. What's up, Gregory Iron? Yeah, a lot of people have cerebral palsy, man. I mean, they really do. I talk to a lot of people on here. And I know sometimes, you just, it's hard to make it out. I have bad trouble sometimes hearing what people are saying, but I understand what's going on. Wool Hat Demon, man, thank you so much for that. You're one of the first guys ever to donate. I would say top 10 first guy ever to drop a donation. If not, one of the, maybe even like second or third or first. I don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate that.
We got a new subscriber, yeah.
Oh, shit. What up?
Freak out. It's time to freak out. Miss Elizabeth, take these drugs and then call me in the morning, yeah. Or maybe you won't be able to, yeah.
No, Macho Man, thank you. What do you think? You're the narcissist Lex Luger? What the hell are you talking about? Don Shot at 24, thanks for subbing to the channel. Anybody else wants to chime in? 339-226-6610. And, of course, the donation link is pinned in the comments or the chat right there for you guys. If anybody wants to drop a dono to say something here as we talk about Jeff Hardy being released from WWE and refusing rehab could be one of the reasons why they got rid of him. Hit that like button. Maybe we can get to 150 likes. Drop a dono. Call the show, 339-226-6610. As I make my way out of here, guys, I probably got about 5 or 10 minutes left, maybe less. Wool Hat Demon, thank you, man. Good to hear from you, dude. Holy shit, man. That is like a warm feeling to see your name. I can't believe it, man. You've been here for 8 years. Well, that's crazy. That's awesome to hear from you, man. I know that you actually donate a lot. So I think you donate sometimes under other names too and stuff, but I'm not sure. But it's just great. It's great to hear that name, man. That's crazy. That's an OG. But that's about it, man. I think I'm going to wrap it up because I got to go put Christmas lights up. It's freezing. This is my only day off for a while, really. It's freezing out, and I think I'm going to get to putting up the Christmas lights, man. We're putting them up late. I did everything else I had to do, and we're putting them up late, but I got to get something out there, man. I want some lights on the house. And the kids, I'm sure, are going to have fun when they get home. So we've been live for an hour and 15 minutes just mentioning this Jeff Hardy situation that happened real quick. Abdul been here since 2016. Yeah, no doubt. I've definitely. You've been more active. I just hadn't seen Woolhat in a while. Van Dam wrestles circles around Riddle all day. Yeah, it's been crazy. Yeah, some people have been watching this show since they were in high school, and now they graduated college. It's crazy. Bottom line, says Sith Negan, end the brand split and merge all the titles or close down both NXT and NXT UK. I agree, Sith. I mean, the WWE's got to do what I got to do, which is what I've done. I've consolidated my shows. I don't do Throwdown anymore. I don't do Throwdown. We don't do Out of Nowhere because Jake's been sick and there's just no point. So I just do the bare necessities right now. I do my live streams when I can for the reviews, and I do some news videos here or there. And, we do our best to monetize this, and we keep it simple. There's no reason to saturate with what? You know, I mean, there's no corrupted anymore. I'm trying to work on the next thing to put up on Patreon. If people want to do a show with me or people have podcast ideas and things like that, please reach out to me. Let me know when you're available, and we'll work something out, man. I'd love to launch a new podcast on Patreon for an hour or so, 30 minutes to an hour. And I'm working on that right now, so I'd love to hear from you guys. And that's about it, you know, as far as that goes. So, yeah, but that's what WWE needs to do, that same thing. They need to basically stop with the UK thing. That's over. Stop with NXT probably, because that's over. And focus on, I can't believe NXT's over. Can you? I can't even believe it. You know, it's hard to believe that NXT was this unstoppable, fiery, always well-rated show that we all loved, and it just splat of mostly their own doing, you know? I mean, dude, many of my shows all just splat, kind of my own doing, or partly because people just decided to leave, you know? People wanted to leave, and, you know, a lot of my other shows were focused on multiple, you know, people and different things, and when you rely on all those people and everybody decides to leave, you know, there's nothing you can do. And the same thing with WWE. You have to consolidate and rebuild. You have to shrink it down, do your best at the things you can do, and then when things start perking up again, you know, then you can start recreating again. I mean, everybody's got to do that when things like this happen. And WWE is all over the place with this. They just, I think that they need to come to reality. Like I did. I didn't want to get rid of Throwdown. I love doing Throwdown. That was fun. But it just came to the point where, you know, there's no real need to do this. So Throwdown, I stopped it. You know, it's like NXT needs to stop. Or, you know, it's just done. Because what they had was good before, unless they went back to the old NXT. The old NXT formula was beautiful. Bring back CFO as your music producers. Get Triple H back involved in the whole thing, in Shawn Michaels. And start, you know, go look for talent again and make it that show that you had. And if you you know, maybe, but also there's not a lot of indie talent left, right? Because you've squandered it all. All the indie talent is gone. All the Japanese stars, all the people that could come up and make a huge impact, they've already come up. Or they've gone to AEW now. So there just isn't a lot of new person to create with hype. And that part of that's AEW. AEW did help kill NXT. Granted, they made some pivots and mistakes, no doubt, and killed themselves, but AEW helped kill NXT. If you're wondering why NXT is dead, it's not just because they made their own mistakes. They made adjustments that they had to make a lot because of AEW. So it's two things. It's Vince McMahon getting involved too much. It's going to TV because of AEW. So, dude, if there was no AEW, NXT might still be kicking ass. Because they wouldn't have gone to TV the same way they did. And they wouldn't have had a new demanded focus. They wouldn't have had a new focus. Before Vince McMahon left it alone, Bruce Pritchard left it alone, they were like, oh, you do your NXT thing, we don't care. So, yay, all the fans are happy. But when AEW started putting on their show, and Vince and Bruce had to be like, what do we have to fight this? Oh, we've got NXT. We've got to put it on TV to rival them. Now we care. Now Vince McMahon is paying attention. That's what you didn't want. And now you got that because he had to pay attention. So there's no NXT failure if AEW doesn't exist. That is just what it is. Out of Nowhere will be back at some point. Guys, we may even do Out of Nowhere tonight. I don't know yet. I will let you know. If I can be live with Out of Nowhere tonight, I will be. I will say that. I'll reach out to Jake, see if we can get a hold of him, and maybe we will do a show tonight. I don't know. I will text him, see what's up. I don't know. But it is what it is. Sith Negan believes New Japan is going to be purchased by Ring of Honor is going to be purchased by New Japan. We'll finally get Japan USA. Yeah, that could be true. That's a great point. That could be a good position, Sith, so that New Japan can cross over in America and share talent. I don't care too much, to be honest, but you might be right. You know? Nyla Rose might be right.
Surprise, bitch!
All right, guys. Listen, I guess I'm out of here. If you want to support my show, you guys can become a member down below. That'd be awesome. Super chat down below, or use the thanks $ down below and drop a thanks on my videos whenever I upload individual videos and I'm not live. That would help out tremendously. Or become a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, guys. Become a patron if you'd like to support the show. Check out all the perks, the things. I'll have the producers list up tonight and tomorrow, revised. Thank you so much for supporting this stream today. Much appreciated. And shout out to everybody, Willhat Demon, Colonel Santos, Gerald Armstrong, Mickey K9, Caveman Austin, and Alex Oli, and everybody. Caveman Austin was the top supporter. Thank you, Caveman. Mickey K9 coming in a close second. And thank you guys for that. Jeff Hardy, released by WWE. We went over everything about it in this stream. Go back if you missed it and promote this video where you can. If you want to help me and you don't like to do it monetarily, do that. Very thankful for you guys. Thank you so much. Now you guys can support my show better than ever because now there's the thanks button. So you see that thanks, you click that heart with the little $sign. Some of you guys with iOSs don't have it because Apple's weird, but everybody else has it. So click it, boom, and then all of a sudden you can thank me and you can support the video, the channel, and everything I did in that recorded video. The top thanker is going to be posted and pinned to the comments section so you can get your praise and you can be the official sponsor and the #1 sponsor of that particular video. You can actually go back in time and thanks on any video I have. So if there's an old video you love, and there's a thanks option, feel free to drop it. Otherwise, thanks for just watching, clicking the like button, sharing the videos, and being a subscriber. But this helps out big time. So drop a thanks today and make me wet. I mean hard. Whatever.
I look like a crook. Look at this look. Look at his look.
Look at his look. Look how he looks. Look at he look. I know what you've been thinking. Look how he looks. And about to put his hand. Look how he looks. How he looks. Just gonna be liver my sliver. Cockles, warm.
He looks.
Look at his cockles. Warm the hearts of millions of AEW fans as Trent returns. Give the assist to Mom.
How long has it been since we've seen him? And look at his look. How he looks.
Look at his look. He looks like a crook. Look at him. Look like he look. Look at his look. That he looks. Look what he looks like a crook. I'm coming for your crook in the.
How he looks. Look at his look. Look at his look. Look at the look. How he looks. Look at his look. Look how he looks. Look at he look. Look at he lip. Lickety split. About to cut your fucking wrist with its slit. Yeah, gotta raise a blade. I'm gonna make you my slave. I'm gonna make you make me fucking sugar lemonade. I'm coming for your mom. I'm coming for your dad. I'm coming for your brother with a fucking goddamn pad. I can't believe I bought a bazooka to shoot you.
Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, he looks like a crook. Look at him, look like he look. Look at his look, that he looks. Look what he looks like a crook. I'm coming for your crook in the nook. I'm coming for you. I look like a crook. Look at this look. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at the looks. Look of a crook. Look of a shook. Yeah, he's shook. Looking for shook. Looking for cook. Looking for broke. Looking for broke. You're gonna choke.
I mean, that's his new theme right there. You know, write some better words, get that going. That's the new fucking theme to Trent Beretta. Trent Beretta. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. The coffee's really kicking in now. I'm ready to go, dude. Look at his look, how he looks. Dude, look at his look, how he looks.
Beretta!
My God, he's here!
He's back home here on Long Island.
Here we go!
How long has it been since we've seen him?
And look at his look, how he looks.
And look at his look. How he looks.
Look at his look, how he looks. Yeah, look at his look, how he look, how he look, how he shook, how you shook, how you look. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he looks, you looking shook. Look at his look, how he looks, you looking shook. Look at his look, how he looks, you looking shook. Yo, look at his look, how he look, you looking shook. You better get ready to get stuck. Yeah, look at his look, how he looks.
Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he he looks. Look at his look, you get shook. Look at his look, you getting shook. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, he looks like a crook. Look at his look, you getting kinda shook. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, you get shook. Look at his look, like how he looks. You're looking shook, and he's a crook. Look at his look, you're getting shook. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he looks. You're getting shook.
My wife has real tits. You fucking fag.
Yeah, what do you want?
Niggers.
What an idiot.
Who is that?
That's young. What do you
That's
think
not
it is?
funny, dude.